lot of the discipline that creates the kind of officers that the Shiels have been comes from the friendship that they share in Delta. And we're among a cloud of wits here. I remember these officers when they were, we're getting older, it seems. I can remember many a day in the afternoon at Petroff's house, and you'll see some pictures when we get downstairs. I lied. I'm sorry. It's been a pleasure to share in that and to watch those kind of role models lead our Army. And it's a pleasure to present another friend who will, I was going to say execute the retirement. But Colonel Phillips, we're just proud to be your friends and that you're going to represent us.
This is a day of days. Indeed, it is a moment of moments. It's a moment of distinction. I appreciate so much more than words can express the privilege that has been given to me to represent the General, the Territorial Commander, in presenting the retirement certificates to Major and Mrs. James Shiels. Would you please come and stand with me at this time? Almost forgot the flags. While the flags are coming, allow me just to say this word about the distinctiveness that this occasion represents. Because Major and Mrs. Shiels, as lieutenants, even before that, as envoys, as captains and majors, have distinguished themselves and thus have distinguished their appointments, and as a result have distinguished the Salvation Army each step of their officership. As witnessed by those of you who have gathered today, they are people who, I know that I'm the kid in the pack, but as witnessed to by all the people who have gathered here today. Thinking of the appointments you've had, going all the way back, I guess, even to Manistee, Sturgis, Niles, Michigan City, Elkhart, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, Kenosha, Wisconsin, Superior, Wisconsin, the Milwaukee South, St. Louis, Carondelet. Then they stay at the divisional headquarters in the Midland Division. Finally here at Mount Greenwood. I think everybody would say that you are two people who moved among us. You were willing to touch. You were willing to be touched. And in the process, you touched more lives than you can ever possibly imagine. You were the same as though you were the same as when you were with the lowly, and the limited, as you were when you were with those who were more strengthened and talented. You were the same with everybody. And today this group gathers, and all of those that they represent, to pay honor to two lives who left their imprimatur in every place and upon every heart. Now they're retired. It's a moment we've all kind of resisted, as indicated by the Sergeant Major here, as well as others. It's hard to imagine that you, Jim and Nell, Major and Mrs. Shiels, have reached the age of retirement. Of course, he has. recognizing that you have reached that age, we have to recognize that we too, each one of us, are also getting older. But to Major James Shiels, I'm going to read this twice. Having completed 34 years, 9 months, and 16 days warfare as an officer of the Salvation Army, you are hereby honorably retired from active service on March 31, 1988. By this certificate is recorded also the esteem and appreciation of his leaders for his faithful and devoted labors for the glory of God and the salvation of the lost. May grace, mercy, and peace attend him in all his ways. Signed on behalf of the General, Robert Reitmeyer, Commissioner, Territorial Commander. I'm going to hold this up this way so all of you can see the beautiful way in which the Metropolitan Division has arranged to have this retirement certificate framed. Hand it to you, Major Shiels. You don't cover your face now. Second thought. To Mrs. Major Shiels, having completed 35 years, 7 months, and 5 days, warfare as an officer of the Salvation Army, you are hereby honorably retired from active service on March 31, 1988. And by this certificate is recorded also the esteem and appreciation of her leaders for her faithful and devoted labors for the glory of God and the salvation of the lost. May grace, mercy, and peace attend her in all her ways. Signed on behalf of the General, Robert Reitmeyer, Commissioner, Territorial Commander. Though it has been invoked before, I choose to invoke it again today. Though it has been invoked before, it does not diminish at all. In fact, the words I'm about to speak, I think, are all the more intensified because they are now going, at least in my own mind, from my heart to yours as if for the first time. For it is not only in the words you speak, not only in your deeds confessed, but in the most unusual way. It's Christ confessed. Is it a beatific smile? A holy light upon your brow? Oh no, I felt his presence when you laughed just now. To me, it was not the words you spoke, to you so clear, to me still dim, but when you came, you brought a sense of him. And from your eyes, he beckons me. And from your heart, his love is shed till I lose sight of you and see the Christ instead. Please stand and greet retired Major and Mrs. Major. We love you for reasons expressed before, for reasons today difficult to express. But we know we love you with all of our hearts. And there's so many of us here today that know that we love you, and we love you more, and we love you better because of the ministry, the friendship, the leadership, the preaching, the counseling of these two wonderful and outstanding officers. And Lord, we pray that as you have guided them each step of their way heretofore, that also from this moment on, in this new dimension of their officership, in this whole new horizon that awaits them in retirement, that you will guide them into ways of continued service, that you will bless their years with health and happiness, and with yet even more lives who will come to know Christ as Savior.
I don't want to look at
You're doing a good job.